Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Franzi, and yes, I am alive, and yes, I am back. I'm so sorry for that 4 month, 5 month break. It was kind of a crazy time, and it's crazy to think that much time has passed in the first place. To me, I feel like I just stopped recording like the other day. But either way, I am back. If you really want to know, I don't really want to bore you guys with the details, but if you do want to know, I'll answer any questions or comments down below. So if you want to talk or ask anything, then go ahead and feel free. I do read and respond to most, if not all, comments. But I don't really want to bore you guys with the details and all that. So I am going to get right into the video. And of course, with Inazuma dropping in 2 days, the banner that is going to drop and debut with Inazuma in 2.0, 1.7, whichever one it is Kamisato Ayaka. And this is a character that has been super hyped. Someone's been super looking forward to since basically the drop of the game. You know, she, along with her and Zhao, were pretty much like the two big ones. And Zhao obviously is way back when in February. But finally in July, we are getting Ayaka. And I am super excited and I can't wait to see what she does. I know this information has kind of been out for a while and I'm kind of super late to the party, obviously, but it is what it is and I'm just gonna get into it. I haven't actually looked at this information, by the way, so this is kind of a little bit of a surprise to me what she's going to do in her entire kit. So it is, you know, I know you guys have maybe seen this, maybe not, but it's brand new for me, so I'm really looking forward to this. Obviously, Ayaka is a cryo user. It's pretty much been known. Again, she's a sword user as well, pretty much known since beta or whatever, like the very beginning of the game. But everything from here on out will be brand new for me, so I'm really looking forward to it. And we're going to dive right into it. So first things first, we get stats. Her base HP is 12,858. I need a character to compare this to. Sorry, it has been a second, so I don't know characters off the top of my head. We'll just go with Diluc because he's a pretty good attacker. And okay, HP, pretty similar. Attack is 335 with Diluc and 342. So again, pretty much right on. And defense is the exact same. She gets crit damage instead of crit rate, which again, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's both very good. And yeah, so stats overall, pretty good. I mean, she's obviously an attacker, and her stats, you know, not bad, not bad. I believe I've seen that you have to defeat some kind of different boss for this, and yeah, I think it drops with 2.0. Yeah, it's the Perpetual Mechanical Array or something like that. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see when 2.0 drops or 1.7, whichever. By the way, before I continue, I just want to give a quick shout out to Genshin honeyhunterworld.com. This is where I get all my information. They're great. I love them. They're the best. Shout out to them. But anyways, yeah, she's got a bunch of unique materials that you can't really pre-farm, which is kind of a shame, but it is what it is. I will, you know, work on ascending her if I do get her. But on to her attacks. So it looks like she's got a normal 5 strikes for her sword. She's got a normal stamina, plunging attack. All looks pretty standard. Nothing special there. So I'm really looking forward to her elemental skill and elemental burst because those will definitely be the things that make her special. So the first thing is her elemental skill, Hyoka. I'm gonna butcher all this again, I'm really sorry about that. But she summons a blooming ice to launch nearby enemies. She summons blooming ice to launch nearby enemies. Okay, deals AoE crowd damage. So that is not the very good description. I mean, I guess I get what it's trying to say, but it's kind of hard to picture, I guess. But anyway, at level 10, it's 430% skill damage and 10 seconds skill cooldown the entire time. Doesn't get any lower, so that's not bad. But it's kind of a long cooldown for an elemental skill. Alright though, that is it. So I guess we'll just move on to her elemental burst. Her elemental burst is Senho, and it basically is Ayaka consumes stamina and cloaks herself in a frozen fog that moves with her. Okay, that's nice. In her Senho form, she moves swiftly upon water. Love that. When she reappears, the following effects occur. She unleashes frigid energy to apply cryo on nearby opponents. Okay. And then coldness condenses around her blade, infusing her attacks with cryo for a brief period. Sure. Okay, so there's no stats for this, which is interesting. It looks like the stats, it's just the stamina required is 10, which is really like minuscule, I think. I'm pretty sure you have like 240 stamina. I could be dead wrong, and I'm super sorry about that, but that's a very minimal amount of stamina. Oh, but it drains 15 stamina per second. Okay. Okay. I'm kind of a dummy, so kind of a dummy. So let's do some quick maths on my calculator. So you get 15 seconds of stamina. If it drains your stamina constantly, you get 15 seconds. Okay. infusion duration. Oh, it only lasts 5 seconds. Well, what was the point of the calculator? Whatever, okay. And then she's got like a secondary elemental burst. Am I reading? Is that right? Summons forth a snowstorm with flawless poise, unleashing a frost flake Seki no To. God, I am so sorry for reading all of this stuff, man. It is so hard to read. I didn't even bother with the name of this, by the way, if you noticed that. But anyways, it moves forward continuously, okay? So a storm of whirling icy winds that slash repeatedly at every enemy it touches, dealing cryo damage. The snowstorm explodes after its duration ends, dealing AoE cryo damage. Okay, so she summons a giant snowstorm that moves forward, it looks like. Because it says this, right? Yeah, that seems what it is. Okay. So with the cutting damage of the snowstorm at level 10 or level 6, I mean, you can do either one. Level 6 is kind of the standard, but level 10, if you really like Ayaka, obviously, is 202.14%, and her bloom damage, I believe, would be the damage when it explodes, would be 303, okay? It lasts for 5 seconds, kind of just like this. Its cooldown is 20 seconds, which is pretty long, and energy cost is 80, which I believe is pretty standard. It's somewhere between 60 and 80 for most ultimates, so it's pretty standard stuff there. Her talent ascension materials, which really unfortunate, but they all stuff that you get from Inazuma, I think. I mean, I don't believe there's anything that gives scrolls nowadays, and this is definitely from Inazuma. And this is definitely a new weekly boss that's gonna appear in Inazuma, I believe. But, of course, every unit has passives and constellations, so we're not quite done yet. Ayaka has a 10% chance to receive double the product in weapon ascension materials. Okay, that's fine. After using her Hyoka, which is her elemental skill, I believe. Yep. Her normal and charge attacks deal 30% increased damage for 6 seconds. That's pretty good. 30% increased damage. Yeah, okay. I like that. Her elemental skill is the thing that just launches enemies. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I like that. And then when the cryo application at the end of her Senho form hits an opponent, she gains the following effects. Restores 10 stamina. Okay. I mean, that's like nothing, but I mean, it's good at multiple opponents, I suppose. So it could restore a decent amount. And you gain 18% cryo damage bonus for 10 seconds. That's actually pretty decent too. 18% is not like the biggest number, but I mean, you know, you'll take anything you can get, really. That's pretty good, I think. But onto Constellations. Now, I know this is for like the crazy whales out there, but I do like to read them just in case. Sometimes they gate lock Constellation 6, and it's like the best ability, and it's kind of scummy. So I'm just always curious what MiHoYo does with their units and stuff. So when Ayaka's normal and charge attacks deal cryo damage to opponents, 50% chance of decreasing the cooldown of her elemental skill by 0.3 seconds. It can only occur once every 0.1 seconds. The Constellation's pretty mediocre. I mean, 0.3 seconds, 50% chance for 0.3 seconds is like so small. It's okay. I mean, it's not great, obviously. When casting her Sometsu, which I believe is this one, yeah. She unleashes 2 smaller additional Frostflake Seki no To's. So sorry. To each, dealing 20% of the original storm's damage. Okay, 20% of the original storm's damage is actually really low. So again, that's not that great in my opinion. I mean, it's just more damage. It's not bad, but it's just not that great. It's definitely not worth pulling multiple copies of any 5-star. And these first 2 constellations aren't great. The third one, as always, just increases the elemental burst or elemental skill by 3. Which is pretty standard. Opponents damaged. The fourth one, sorry. Opponents damaged by her Sometsu Frostflake Seki no T. God, what a mouthful. Will have their defense decreased by 30%. 30%. Sorry. That's pretty good. That's definitely a pretty good one. But again, we're on Constellation 4, which is like you have to spend your, the whole mortgage on the house to get that. Fifth one is her elemental skill by 3, increases the level of it. It's not that great, not really worth again. And of course, the last one, Constellation 6. Hopefully, it's not crazy OP. Ayaka gains Usuhara. Yeah, gains this every 10 seconds, which increases her charge attack damage by 298%. This buff will be cleared 0.5 seconds after her charge attack hits an opponent, after which the timer will reset. Every 10 seconds you get a charge attack that can deal 300% increased damage. Okay. So obviously that's really good. It's not like crazy good that she's gonna be useless without it or anything. Like I know people like are super upset that Child's like decreased skill cooldown like 20% was like on his last one, Constellation 6. Look at me, just remembering stuff from 4 months ago, 5 months ago. But anyway, yeah, I know that was talked about topic, how they kind of gate kept his best ability behind his Constellation 6. This isn't that big of a deal. It definitely makes her better, but this isn't game changing. This isn't broken without her, without it, So overall, her kit is kind of... First of all, I'm actually a little confused, because I don't understand why there's 2 elemental bursts. I did double check on other units. It's definitely only supposed to have 2 of these. So I'm wondering if you just click like your elemental burst once and you turn into your Senho form, and then you can use it again. Or maybe this is like as soon as you click it once, it does both of these at the same time. That could be it. I'm not really sure. This is kind of confusing to me. I mean, these both do last for 5 seconds. And there's no skill cooldown on this, but there's one on this. So I'm not really sure. It's interesting to me that she has 2 effects that are separated like this. This obviously could just be Genshin Honey Hunter World, just like kind of made it confusing by having 2 different like they named it 2 different things. So this is kind of just how it is. I don't know. It's kind of weird for me, but either way, she definitely looks very interesting. I mean, she's dealing a ton of AoE cryo damage from what I've seen. But yeah, guys, I'm very curious what you guys think. I think she looks very strong. At the same time, I don't think she's going to be super broken, but only time will tell. Let me know if you guys plan on summoning, all that. I'm really curious what you guys think of her, to be honest. So let me know down below. Anyways, guys, this is my first video back in 4 or 5 months. I'm sorry if it's a little, here and there. I'm still working on getting everything back in order. It's hard to pick up YouTube back up just like that. So cut me some slack. I'm sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have watched to the very end, thank you so much. I'm really grateful that anybody's still willing to watch. I mean, 4 or 5 months is definitely long enough to kill a channel. So I really hope that I have somebody at least watching. But at the end of the day, I'm really happy and I'm excited to be back. And that is going to be it for this one, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll definitely catch you guys tomorrow for the next video. Peace.